try sour herring. Oh. I might not be in America, but I'm having a burger. Oh.
For this adventure, I would head into the forests of southern Sweden as I joined the Magic Motor experience for a weekend of blasting through the trees and riding by gorgeous lakes. So joining me on this trip and showing me around his local area would be tour leader Mats, his right hand man Lars, and Patrick, a fellow motorcycling journalist from Switzerland. Now the plan was simple, hit the forest trails and stop only for refreshments or places of interest. And then the rest of the time, ride, and ride some more. Straight from the off and we never even touched a road, heading straight into the forest for some dirt biking fun. Wide trails were well graded, while the small ones were a bit more technical, but always easy work for the versatile XT660R dual sport bike by Yamaha.
So we just had a fun morning. Great trails here in Sweden. Some of the best I've ever ridden because they're everywhere and they're in really great condition. Anyway, Magic Motor Experience, they've just got us a setup here next to a beautiful lake and we're gonna get a coffee.
After a quick pit stop, it was then back to blasting through the trails and kicking up some dirt. There was little traffic on the trails and what was around was easy to spot, but it definitely took up most of the road.
So we've had a great morning riding some fantastic trails. Now if it wasn't for Mats and the Magic Motor Experience, we'd have no idea where we were going because there's so many trails out here and all of these trails just seem to be riding past beautiful lakes. Just like this one, gorgeous scenery and very tranquil. We've hardly seen anybody, so it's just an amazing motorcycle experience. Anyway, we're here by a lake, we've got lunch waiting for us, so let's go do that.
With refreshments waiting for us thanks to Lars and at a rather tranquil lunch stop, it was then soon back on the bike for more fun. But for me, the best bit about riding these fun trails is that you feel really close to nature and far from civilization. Total freedom and a great feeling for any motorcyclist.
So we're just riding past these mounds here and they're actually graves dating back from the Viking era. So each one of these mounds is a single grave and this is one of the largest in Sweden. It goes on for quite a long way, the mounds just continue all the way down this side. Never seen anything like this before.
After seeing that ancient gravesite, it was then back into the forest, where the ants were busy building their own kind of mound. And as the sun fell from the sky, it was now time to get some rest, so we can do more of the same tomorrow. Oh, waking up in such a peaceful and picturesque setting was a beautiful start to the day. But we soon headed off in our trusty Yamahas to grab some breakfast at an interesting local village that's famous for glassware and glass art.
So we're here at this beautiful little village. We arrived late last night, but this village is actually the most famous in Sweden for glassworks. There used to be around about 10 big factories producing glass around here, but this is the most famous. They do glass blowing in here, so let's go and look at this process and see what it's all about. Come on.
Inside the main factory, the workers were busy creating gear shift knobs for the latest Volvo car, while lessons in glass blowing were also going on.
So we're here now inside the glass blowing factory. They're just teaching quite a few people here the whole process, start to finish. Let's go check it out.
Riding around town and looking at these signs, and we had no idea where to go. But we did find one sign that we did recognise, so we quickly popped in for a look around.
So we're in Sweden, we have to come to the Ikea Museum. Now this is the very first store, built in 1958. It's now a museum. I'm sure it's going to be full of very interesting stuff, so let's go and take a look around.
Leaving town, and we now headed back into the dense woodland for another day of riding great trails and being close to nature.
So we've had a great morning ride through the trails and forests, but it's lunchtime, we've come into this little village, and apparently the King of Sweden called in here to get his lunch. So if it's good enough for the King, it's good enough for me. Let's get a feed. I might not be in America, but I'm having a burger. Damn good.
After chomping down on that big tasty burger, we then took a short walk to another old and rather unique graveyard.
So we're here at the car graveyard. Now this place is really interesting because there's a guy called Ikea many years ago in 1935 bought this land. It was at the time used for peat. But after World War II and automobiles being a part of everybody's life, he started to realise that cars were breaking down all around this area, and he started to then pick them up, bring them here, and slowly over the years sell spare parts, get things working. Apparently Ikea was a real man for getting everything working. He also built himself a house, which is just here, a real small little house, but he built it all himself. Everything around here is really unique. Split screen VW buses, there's everything. So let's check it out. We found a mushroom just growing here in the center console of the car. I think you're either going to get ill or hallucinate a lot if you were to eat that. That's definitely a potent colour. Oh, I found a bike. Seen better days though. And this is Ikea's house. Now he built this all by himself. He lived in it for many years. Quite unique.
After discussing where we'd been and where we were going next, it was then back on the trails.
So we're here at an underground bunker. Now during the Cold War, the government built a massive bunker, apparently the size of a house. This stored in there very important people during the difficult times. After this difficult period of the Cold War, it was then sold privately. Through this door is the bunker, so let's go in and check it out. Look at the thickness of this door. Wow. This is the airlock chamber, and this is when there was any gas attacks, you would then take a shower here first before entering the house. Quite phenomenal, really. So through this door is the heart of the bunker. Apparently this is where the electricity is, the water heaters, the generators, everything to make it this place self-sufficient. A fully stocked bar, come on! And with a toilet.
After a look around the large and rather eerie Cold War bunker, it was then back on the bikes for more riding in this beautiful woodland setting.
So my friend Lars here is telling me all weekend about this sour herring. Apparently we can't just eat this by ourselves, otherwise I will be sick. But anyway, we're gonna try sour herring.
What happened to you, Jamie?
You can't believe how bad it... Oh, look how many flies are around this. I lived on a farm and I've still never smelled anything like that. And you said this is one of your favourites?
It's one of my favorites.
Alright,
Cheers.
cheers. The smell. No,
It's very distinct, very distinct.
I actually feel like I'm eating food that's definitely gone off. Oh.
1-0 to Sweden.
Oh, that sour herring had to be one of the worst smells and tastes I've ever experienced. So I was more than happy to be back on the Yamaha and getting away from those flies and that terrible stench. We'd end our weekend adventure by sliding around on more fun trails until the sun went down. Exploring the trails in the south of Sweden with a Magic Motor experience have been nothing but a blast from start to finish. And experiences like this definitely get the MotoGeo thumbs up.
Oh, made a mistake. Sorry, buddy. Uh-oh. I think this way. Let's hope so.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks a lot. Good times in Sweden. If you like what you've seen, it's Magic Motor Experience. Give them a call.
One more closer.
Right.